Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Mr. Fix-It channel. Working on the GS850 again, and we're going to get this tail section finalized and maybe start working on the seat. Stay tuned.
I was sitting out there in the shed one evening, not doing too much of nothing, just kind of staring at the wall. And
Alright, so the next thing I want to work on is I need to support the back of this seat. So I need to make a cross member. And there's a little bit of a gap here, so I'm gonna have to bring it up and come across. I want it to be basically touching this and then mount back over here. And then this cowl panel has this latch and also this tab back here, so I need to make provisions for this so that this will latch on here. Now I don't have the key and the lock mechanism for this, so I'm either gonna have to build this or make this or not use this. But something's going to have to happen because I need to be able to latch this down, and I want to be able to use this for storage, or I may put the battery up here. Maybe that's a big maybe. All the wiring up here, I don't know yet, but I got to build stuff. I also want to make some triangle pieces to connect this back into the frame down here. So let's get into that, shall we? All right, so I think for this part to support the seat, I have some 3/4. I think I can just kind of lay that on there kind of like that and just weld that in place. Yeah, let's go simple here. Why not? All right, let's see. 9.5 inches. Yeah, that'll support that there. All right, there's that piece in. Fabricating can be summed up basically as you put it on, you take it off, 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 you put it on. This is very rigidly mounted. Alright, that supports the seat. Figure out this needs to hook in here somehow. You'd think it would just hook to this, but because of the angle it hangs down quite low. So I'll have to figure something out. I don't want it to be loose because then it'll be moving around while I'm riding. So that's got to hold it tight, whatever it is. Give you an idea of what I'm looking at here. See, here's this tab to this. This needs to latch into something. So I'm going to have to come off of this brace and come up and over this. Okay, figure that out. A shaft drive crotch rocket. What am I doing? I love it. Well, one thing's for sure, it's never going to sling chain lube down my left leg. Yeah. fits tight. I like that. Fits good. All right, on to the next thing. I gotta make this piece. So I'm sitting here thinking how I can make this seat latch. So I just got on eBay here and I found the latch itself, and yeah, I think I'm just going to order this. It's going to take some time to get here, but it's going to save me a bunch of fabrication screwing around. So I'm going to get this ordered up, and I think I'm going to move on to something else. Maybe make them angled pieces that go there, and maybe start fabbing up the seat pan. Yeah. Alright, I want to go ahead and knock these pieces out real quick, get them done, and then I can start working on the seat. Got that all welded up. I got the fairing mounted back on here, and it is rigid AF. And I'm waiting on this latch piece. I want to make the seat pan. Now, I've been staring at this and trying to find the best way to do because I want the seat needs to be able to come on and off easily. I don't want to have to reach under here and bolt it, but I mean, I may have to bolt it. I'm kind of thinking I want to have it hook in kind of like this here. I'm gonna have it hook in on the back here, and then have a latch here that I can reach under here, and unlatch with. That way I can pull the seat off easily with one latch. That's my plan. Whether I stick to that or not, I don't know, but that's my plan. I need to have the seat rest on these two bars here so that it's not resting on the plastic. So it needs to have a pad here, and have a latch, probably two latches here and here. I say a latch, a tab, a hook. It needs to hook under here, it's rest here, and then latch here. So all I got is rusty old sheet metal to do that with, but I think that's gonna be okay considering the condition of the rest of the bike. So let me get started on the seat pan. hardcore tracing template might not have been the best idea, but I think it got the job mostly done. Well, that's good enough for the girls I go out with. Now, gotta figure out some way to, you know, attach this. Well, I'm working on figuring out how to mount this seat in here, and I need the rubber tank isolators that go here, and I've misplaced them. They're gone. I've looked everywhere, and I know what you're saying. Well, Mr. Fix-It, how can you not find them? Your shop's so organized and clean. But I mean, I've literally looked through everything. I don't know. See, I know what I've done. I've put them up somewhere where I wouldn't lose them. That's what I've done. Haha, I found them. Alright, get those installed. I needed these because the tank sits up, you know, a little bit, and I wanted to make sure when I mounted the seat and I have these in, you know what I mean. Alright, so while you weren't looking, I welded this tab onto the frame here. I also welded these things on the back of the seat so that when it sits down in there, it sits right there, and that should hold all the load on the frame. I got this piece here. It's going to slip in through this and weld to the seat there, if you can see that, and that'll be what holds it, you know, keeps it from coming up. So get that welded together, and then I can move on to how it latches up here. but it does latch. Take it back off there. And now I can just reach under here and grab this lever. And I can get to my battery and everything underneath there. Ah, that was a lot of screwing around. I gotta be careful that this doesn't scratch my tank whenever I put it on too. So that's, gotta be careful with that. All right, I'm still waiting for the piece that goes here for the latch on here. Once that gets here, I can build this section. But until then, this is what I got. All right, let's see how it feels. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. All right, got this part in. It was a lot easier to buy this than it was to make this contraption. So just got to figure out how to mount this thing on the bike. And basically the framework's all done once I get this mounted. So let's get into that. All right, looking underneath here, this hangs down quite a bit. So I think I'm going to take some more of this 3/4 bar, same thing I put here, and I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna run a straight piece across here, and then weld a couple pieces down straight to the frame. It doesn't have to be strong because all it's doing is holding this cowl pan on. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and then I'll put a flat metal tab with holes in it for the 2 screws, and then weld that to that. The only thing I really got to be concerned with is, you know, the centering of this. So let me cut a couple pieces, well 3 actually, and get those welded in, and we'll go from there. Alright, something like that. Get these tacked in. Here's where I find out if I can still get the fairing on and off. Oh yeah, it comes right off. Good deal. Alright, now I just need a flat plate here that comes underneath this for the 2 screws. Get that cut out and get that tacked on. Alright, I got that plate bolted to the latch. I'm going to latch this onto the cowl, and I'm going to hold this in position and reach underneath and try to tack this into place. Cool, that works. Pull this off and get all that welded up, because I think that's going to work just fine. I kind of forgot that was made out of plastic. Don't look like I hurt it too bad. Whoops! Melted it just a little bit. Alright, so that's what it looks like now. I think I might put a curved shaped piece of steel right here, just a strap for that plastic, just just for extra support right there. I don't know if it needs it, may not do it, not going to do it right now. I think that's going to do it for the rear section for now. I got other things. Alright, so I got to fill in all this section back here. Obviously I got to get a tail light. I do have this part. I'll go back in there. Something like that. Of course this will have to be modified as well, but I'll have to fill in this gap. I want to be able to box this in so I can use this as storage. But I think this is a good stopping point for this. I think the next thing I want to tackle is all this wiring. I want to get this thing to where, you know, the on and off switch and, you know, the key, all that stuff is tachometer. I want all that stuff working, and then sometime this winter, if I get a real nice day, I would love to take this down the road and just see how it goes in this configuration, because I have not ridden it with the front end on it like this and the fairings. So, and I got to do some tuning of the carb. So the next thing I want to work on is the wiring. So that'll probably be the next video on this project, and then start digging into the carburetors, start trying to get those tuned up a little bit for these pods. I'm probably just going to stick with these pods. Mazel, I got them, they're right there. Just to be clear, I do plan on stripping this bike down and repainting and fixing all the cracks in the fairing. I need to make those pieces. I do plan on cleaning this bike up and making it look nice at the end, but I'm not going to worry about any of that until all the fabrication is done. I'm going to get some test rides in. You know, I still got a bunch of wiring to do. I got to tune the carburetors. It needs tires, brakes, all this other stuff has to happen. But I do plan on repainting this and fixing everything and making it look good in the end. But I'm a long ways off from that point right now. So there is a lot of work left to be done to this bike. So that's all the time I got for this project this week. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and don't be afraid to fix it. Thanks for watching.